Today in the battle arena, we've got two nigh omnipotent villains going head to head. God Emperor Doom is taking on Emperor Joker. Who comes out on top? Well, let's find out.
Hear the music.
I could do this all day.
Master of Science and Sorcery, Victor Von Doom is the monarch of Latveria and seeks the betterment of mankind through world conquest. Unequaled and unrivaled in every manner, Dr. Doom has had many conflicts, both earthly and cosmic super beings. But he will always be known as the eternal nemesis of Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four. In the Secret War storyline, Victor Von Doom, with the help of Molecule Man, managed to trap the power of all the Beyonders. Molecule Man then transferred this power to Dr. Doom, so it can forge the remnants of the multiverse together into Battleworld and rule it as the God Emperor. God Doom is described as being omnipotent, holding the world together, but he's not omniscient. Hence, some people are able to commit crimes without him knowing about it. He has to use portals to view events happening elsewhere, and also the need for enforcers to hunt down and find the rebels. He created the Battleworld simply by willing remnants of broken Earths together, transformed Johnny Storm into the sun so they might have light, and created a shield partly made out of the Thing in order to protect them from things like the Annihilation Wave, Ultron's forces, and the Marvel zombies. He easily disintegrated Doctor Strange, defeated Apocalypse with a blast, and even cracked an Infinity Gem with one blast. He tore Thanos' spine from his body, reducing him to ash, crushed the Infinity Gauntlet in his hand, and snapped the neck of Phoenix Force Cyclops. And God Doom is also durable enough to survive blasts from Phoenix Force Cyclops, even being transformed into glass by the Infinity Gauntlet, shattered by Namor's trident, and he just reformed his body from the pieces. He's able to teleport to wherever he wants, appear as a giant head before his subjects, and Doctor Doom is actually the one powering his Thor army, and he created all their hammers. He's so powerful that he's afraid he might break the universe if he acts while angry. And God Doom was able to defeat both Phoenix Force Cyclops and Black Panther with the Infinity Gauntlet on his side. Man, talk about a serious threat. But in the corner, we have arguably the ultimate force for chaos and evil, Emperor Joker. The Joker, Clown Prince of Crime, is Batman's arch nemesis, an agent of chaos, known for his malicious plots, wacky gadgets, and insidious smile. He has caused Batman more suffering than any other villain he's ever faced. However, through all of it, his origin, name, and even his true motivations remain a mystery. In the Emperor Joker story arc, the Joker managed to trick Mr. Mxyzptlk into revealing his real name, with the end result being that Joker ended up with 99.9% of his reality-altering powers and capabilities, instead of just 1%. As a direct result of absorbing virtually all of Mxyzptlk's powers, Joker possessed not only his insane madness, which was further amplified with these powers, but he also possessed near total omnipotence and omniscience, being able to warp reality and time to his will, remaking the world into a twisted caricature of itself. He transformed Lois Lane into Lex Luthor, and went on to transform the Justice League into his own variation of them, turning Aquaman into a fishman who can't go into the water, Wonder Woman, both a criminal and a housemaid, and Flash into a fat man whose goal is just to eat fast food. Marsh Manhunter into Marvin the Martian from the Looney Tunes, Plastic Man into a credit card man, and Kyle Rayner, instead of a Green Lantern, he's a yellow paper lantern. He transformed Harley Quinn into a constellation in the stars, ate all of China like it was Chinese food, and captured Batman, torturing him and killing him each and every day, only to bring Bruce back to life and do it all over again. He was able to casually punch Superman into outer space, or rip out his heart, messing with reality throughout. He took control and possessed Darkseid, Highfather, Ganthet, Zeus, Shazam, and the Phantom Stranger, and even the Spectre. Joker was able to remake the universe in his image, destroy and remake the universe again just for fun, and the Spectre said that Emperor Joker was tearing apart the fundamental fabric of the cosmos, and that he had the power to not just unravel the universe itself, but everything. Everything that was, is, or will be. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, this is a fight between two of the most powerful villains out there. Although you could really argue that Doom is more of an anti hero, considering he did save the multiverse, but that's besides the point. And what I really like about this fight right here is that these two villains aren't that powerful on their own, but they've stolen the powers of others to get to this point. They're really actually quite similar in that way. So, just like most other fights where we're dealing with nigh omnipotent beings, the only question we gotta answer here is which one of these two is more powerful. And even though it's a simple idea, a simple question, which one is more powerful, it's actually a ridiculously difficult question to answer, especially when we're talking about these two particular villains. Now, even though these two guys had similar levels of power, they actually handle this power very differently. God Emperor Doom is more calculated and thoughtful with how he uses his powers, while Emperor Joker is a lunatic and incredibly reckless with his powers. And this is kinda obvious, considering that Doom used his powers to save the multiverse, while Joker was threatening to destroy everything with how he was using his power. And because of this, it might seem like at first that Joker has more impressive feats than Doom, just because Joker really let loose and went absolutely berserk with his abilities. I mean, the guy destroyed and remade the universe just for laughs. The Spectre said that the Joker had the capacity to destroy everything, everything that was, that is, and that will be. He's even gone on to possess Spectre, possess Darkseid, and possess the Quintessence, Shazam the Wizard, Highfather, Ganthet, Zeus, and Phantom Stranger. He's also done some smaller stuff, like manipulating the Justice League into his own version of the League. But God Doom has shown he can do that exact same thing, turning Johnny Storm into a sun to light up Battleworld, or transforming Ben Grimm into the wall separating Battleworld. Basically, Emperor Joker is easily one of the greatest threats to the universe, is the biggest sadist in the galaxy, and is absolutely terrifying because he will do anything, anything to you, and not even think twice about it. However, even though Doom is much more calculated and controlled with how he uses his power, he's arguably just as powerful as Emperor Joker. Basically, what had happened is that following countless incursions across every single reality, the multiverse was being destroyed. So Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom confronted the beings responsible for this, the Beyonders, just at the same time that the final incursion of the multiverse was taking place. The incursion between Earth 616 and Earth 1610, the Ultimate Universe. And so, after having stolen the Beyonder's omnipotent abilities for himself, Doom took the different parts from the multiverse and compacted it down into one universe, really one planet, naming it Battleworld. All that remained of reality, and all that remained of the multiverse is on this planet, divided up into different domains, and God Doom was in charge of all of it, basically being in charge of what remained of the multiverse itself. That's insanely impressive. And just because Doom didn't go around destroying and recreating universes because he was trying to be a good king, doesn't mean that he didn't have the power to do it. And just like Joker was able to possess beings like Darkseid, Phantom Stranger, and Spectre, God Doom has done some comparable things. I mean, he casually ripped out Thanos' spine, snapped Phoenix's neck, with Scott having 100% control of the Phoenix Force, which is a multiversal entity, and beat Black Panther with the Infinity Gauntlet, crushing the Infinity Gauntlet in the process. And Panther did better in his fight against Doom than Scott did, which at first might not sound too good for Doom, but it really just drives home the power of the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, like we said, the Phoenix is a multiversal level entity. Scott had absorbed all the Phoenix Force, and yet T'Challa was able to put up a better fight than Scott did. My point is that the Infinity Gauntlet is somewhat dependent upon the willpower and strength, or even the conviction of the user, like when Steve Rogers used it, and the gauntlet shattered. But when Black Panther used the Infinity Gauntlet, he was able to put up a better fight than a guy of multiversal power. Yet, through all of it, Doom was still able to prevail. So I might actually say that God Emperor Doom is more powerful than Emperor Joker, but it's still ridiculously close. So let's look at the source of their powers. Maybe we'll be able to get a more definitive answer there. Now, Joker gets his powers from Mr. Mxyzptlk, or as I'll call him, Mr. M, with M being a powerful fifth dimensional imp. However, M's power level is kinda hard to gauge, considering that he usually uses his power more for jokes or as a nuisance, not in the psychotic and evil ways that Joker uses it. However, Mr. M has said in the past that it can do literally anything, and in Superman and Batman World's Funniest, he's even destroyed and recreated the whole multiverse alongside Batmite. But with that being an Elseworld comic, the canonity of it is definitely up for debate. Still in question, because that should be taken with a grain of salt. But Mix has had some low showings throughout the years, being depowered by the Spectre, beaten by Gog, or showed up and tortured by Superman Prime. On the other hand, Dr. Doom has gotten his powers from the Beyonders, the Ivory Kings. Now, the Beyonders are actually from outside of our multiverse, being on a higher dimension, and they are so powerful. I mean, just one of them has enough power to fight off entire celestial races, or do things like kill Infinity, Eternity, and Master Order and Lord Chaos. Then three of them possessed enough power to battle against the Living Tribunal across all realities all at the same time, and even killed the Living Tribunal. With World's Funniest canonity still in question, actually, you know what? We're gonna give a definitive answer here. With being an Elseworld comic, it's not canon for this fight. So with that, it's safe to say that the Beyonders are more powerful than Mix, and have done more impressive things. So basically, God Emperor Doom has shown he's just as powerful as Emperor Joker based upon feats, has a greater source of power to draw upon. And on top of that, Doom is a whole lot smarter than Joker. Yes, Joker is psychotic and unpredictable, but it actually favored Doom's intelligence and cunning in this fight. Joker has shown that he's exploitable, he has weaknesses, and I think Doom is more likely to capitalize on those than Joker capitalizing on Doom's weaknesses. Basically, end of the day, gotta give this one to God Emperor Doom. Although this is a ridiculously close fight, and I could see Emperor Joker claiming his share of victories. But ultimately, God Emperor Doom takes this. God Emperor Doom wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join the fan kill army, and I will see you next time.